Hello, everybody. It's time for the 2026 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. They've changed the hashtag a little bit, or the name a little bit, so it's confusing me. It used to be YSCHOF, and now it's YTHOF. I don't know what the logic was behind changing that. Maybe easier to find the results or something, but anyway, not important. But you might remember if you've been around long enough, if I can remember which way to show. I was incredibly honored and humbled to be elected barely on last year's ballot. Good thing, too, because with this year's first year rookie class, there's no way that would have happened. There's no way I would have got in this year or even next year or the year after that. So I was at the right place at the right time, and I have I guess the right friends, and still incredibly grateful. And I have my patch where I can see it all the time, and yeah, and it's a part of my responsibility to vote and keep the tradition alive. I do put a lot of thought into this. The biggest criteria is that these people have to be active, because unlike, like a Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, it's about the body of work, and that I think they're going to keep going on with this. I want to feel like I can turn on YouTube in 3, 4, 5 years and still see this person. And the other criteria is that they love baseball cards, they're sports cards. And it's not just like a news thing, or, here's 2 hours on PSA's new rates, or here's an hour live stream on how Topps is screwing us over, or whatever. But they also love, they could do that, but they also clearly love baseball cards. So that's the criteria for these. Now, a lot of people are calling it the OG ballot. Why are we not calling it the Veterans Committee? I feel like we're missing an opportunity there. But this is really cool because it's an opportunity to vote for a couple channels that I feel like still really should get some recognition, but just don't make the regular ballots, and they should. So here's an opportunity for that to happen, and it's really awesome. First one is Sarah Spalding, and she does a lot of like Funko Pops and collectibles for Stranger Things. And she actually let her dad use his name on the channel, Scott Spalding, and he does TTMs and baseball and football cards and stuff too. But she's really the star of the show. So if you watch Scott Spalding's channel, it's really kind of Sarah's. It's kind of her channel, but he's on there. But anyway, great father son duo, and been at it for a long time. And Scott's a great dude and a great dad, and I'm honored to call him a YouTube friend. So Scott, I'm happy to be able to vote for you this year. Number 2, another great YouTube dad, Squeepa21, and I'm not even sure if he really knows who I am, because for whatever reason, I almost never get around to commenting on his stuff. But he does basically 1 or 2 videos a month. He does a TTM recap, and he sends out a lot of stuff. And then he just does a general pickups, I think. And he usually has one of his 2 kids with him, Manny Mo and Minnie Mo. And when he started, he didn't have any kids at all. And now he's got like these 10, 12-year-old kids helping him make these videos. And he's got some really cool stuff. I keep thinking, if he's never sold or traded any, he must have a really great collection by now. So, and I'm forgetting your actual name, but he's a Detroit guy, Squeepa. I'll just call you Squeepa. That's what you go by. Number 3 sends me something every December, sometimes 2 or 3 things. Great guy. Looked like he was going to quit at one point, and then it sold off his stuff to build a nest egg for him and his bride. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going back in. So back into the TTM. Caleb's TTM, Caleb's Cards TTM, and more. The official name, Caleb's Cards TTM Autographs and more. I'm going to tag all of them below. Anyway, you all know Caleb's been around a long time. Super generous guy. Just sends out TTMs. Number 4 for the Veterans Committee, Saul B.D. Kane, our San Diego Padres man. Manny Machado, future Hoffer as far as I'm concerned. Keep it up, Saul. Keep collecting those Padres. And finally, 5th on the Veterans Committee ballot, Henry S. I checked Henry's uploads, 12 years, 2,400 uploads. And what I like about Henry is you do not know what you're going to get. I mean, it could be any sort of collectible. And I just imagine him going to like a flea market and being like, yeah, I'll take it. Just everything. Just, you got any boxes? Because I'm going to need some help getting this into my car. Because he loves it all. And that's one thing. I can't say that I'm going to watch every video, but sometimes I'll be like, hey, I wonder about that thing, whatever. And I'll learn something, or I'll see something I hadn't seen before. So that's it for the Veterans Committee. Now, I got a lot of votes last year, and there's no way I could vote for everyone that voted for me, first off. And I have a lot of friends in this hobby, and I had typed up my list and narrowed it down to 10, and I was about to hit record on this. And I counted my list, and I had 11. And I was so heartbroken to have to delete one, but that's just part of the process. And it's funny that these videos always get like a thumbs down or 2. And if you're someone I didn't vote for, or I didn't vote for your buddy, or if I had to delete you off the list because there's only 10, and then you thumbs down me, I made the right choice by not voting for you. So here are my 10 actual friends and great YouTubers who are going to be around for a long time. Missing by 1 vote last year, Mr. Consistency. I don't know, he's on YouTube, 30 hours a week. Junk Wax Hero. He was the model. Lost by 1 vote to some bum last year, just missing induction, but was absolutely gracious and classy, well, at least in public, as far as I know. And just couldn't have been cooler about it. And he was happy for me, and he deserves to get in, not just because he was cool about just not getting in, but because he deserves it on merit. And so, Mike, it's going to happen this year, and can't wait to see the results. Can't wait to see your speech. And every Sunday morning I get my coffee and I tell my wife I'm watching the news, and that's my only hobby, my corporate stuff. Because other than that, I don't bother with the rest of the week with you'll never guess what Fanatics did. I don't care. I get it from Sunday, and that's my feel for that. And I just laugh, and I'm grateful I'm not a part of that. Next up, Chris from Missouri. Is there a more knowledgeable, friendly, helpful, kind person? If there is, I don't know what else. You know Chris. I know Chris. Cool guy. Can't imagine a YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame without him. And I can't imagine he's going anywhere. And I keep forgetting, he mentioned his age the other day, and we're only like 6 years apart. And I keep forgetting that, but we probably have more in common than I think. 3, Clemente Collector. Theo, another great dude. These are all great dudes. And I really love that he's getting involved with other sort of aspects of the hobby and auction houses, and built his own whole little gig out of just being on YouTube and everything. Now, so a lot of these guys are for collectors. So when for collectors rolls around, I don't know, next year or the next, I'm not voting for that for collectors. If I'm voting for you as individuals, you can forget about me putting the channel in because you're getting it now. So, and if I tip my hand on the next vote, John 3D80's kid, another guy who's only what 6 months, about my age basically, another P&W guy. And we think a lot alike when it comes to sports cards. We're going to save money on not buying rookie cards, especially when they usually don't look as good anyway, and focus on the aesthetics of the card and finding the value and the beauty in the card. Number 5, John's neighbor, Vintage Sanctuary, Adam, also from the greater Portland area. Even though he's a fan of that team, the New York American League team. I remember being in Cleveland and I hit one of my goals, like basically at the end of the first full day of Thursday, and I was showing Adam my cards, and nobody was more excited. He was more excited than I was. You did it. You hit your goal. You got all your cards. And I tell you, and it was so genuine. I just get goosebumps still thinking about it. And that's just the kind of guy Adam is. And all these guys are great guys. Number 6, no different there. Said to be the greatest storyteller on YouTube. I don't see why not. The Drew, a Vintage Legacy. Just got off to a great start on YouTube and never stopped. And love hearing about his Carl Erskine TTM adventures and just everything. And he's clearly someone who just loves baseball. And another great dad. There's a lot of great dads on here. All of them. Every one of them. Number 7, if I'm counting right, Shane, Shoebox Legends. The knowledge of sports cards is just through the roof. And I love the array, what he collects. I mean, modern, vintage, Negro Leagues, this, soccer. Well, maybe not soccer, but he collects soccer. But that might be a time where I can do a little skippy. But anyway, he does it all. He knows it all. He's, again, really consistent. And he does the collaborations. He does it all. Number 8, funniest guy on YouTube, T-Sean Shannon. His channel's been up a while. He probably could have been on the OG ballot, and it saved me a vote in this other more modern ballot or whatever it's called. But I'm happy to put him in here. Deserves more recognition. Actually, I think 2 videos behind. He's got something with NFL names or hair. Something I haven't watched yet. I'm going to do that right when I'm done with this. And can't wait to see that. Number 9, I had to get at least one TTMer in here. One of my original friends from almost 7 years ago now when I started on YouTube. Tony Black, TB's TTM autographs. Great guy. Text him all the time. Cheers for the Mariners when they're doing well. And I'll hit him up with Cubs information or whatever. Sends me his modern Mariners because he rips more packs than I do, and he'll send me Mariners for the binder or for whatever, which I appreciate. And finally, I've mentioned that this is my favorite channel on YouTube before, and I see no reason to change that now. I think it's just something about his editing style. I like his voice, the way he narrates. And that is Mike, the Vintage Composer. Please check him out and watch a video and encourage Mike because he's been at it a while. And I think he deserves more credit for the amount of work he puts into his videos. So that is very exhausting. And we only do it once a year. And for those that get in, congratulations early. For those that don't, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, someone said something that was very profound, and I really liked it. It was, if you got just one vote, if you get one vote, you are a Hall of Famer to somebody. So keep it up. If you get one vote, someone thinks you are one of the 10 best channels on YouTube. And I think it was Jimmy Gunn's credit. There you go. And that's awesome. That's absolutely true. And if that's what you need, if to keep you going, absolutely. You just lean on that. And yeah, that's it for now. Good luck to everybody. Vote if you haven't. And until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.